My name is Justus December. For those who don't know me, I'm a software developer or a software engineer for that matter, with an experience of over 10 years. I'm going to use this platform to give you my mind or developer's perspective to matters software. So my target audience will be developers of all levels, from beginner developers and junior developers to maybe experienced developers, also even students who have an interest to pursue software engineering or any IT related course, but with an interest majorly in software. My target audience also is those who want to use software systems. You can be in business, those who want to use maybe POS systems, those who want to use hospital management systems. Remember that software in the current world is used almost across all sectors. So also those who are users or who intend to use software in their day-to-day operations, you are also going to benefit from this podcast, because I'm also going to give a developer's perspective in regard to software usage. So meaning that I'm going to help you understand what are these factors to consider when acquiring a software, how a good software should look like. And also for developers, on the other hand, you are going to know or you are going to learn from me what are the right tools to use, how can you come up with a good software, what are the client needs, what are the user specifications that you need to consider. And also remember, within the software development life cycle, I'm not going to dive into the theoretical way of handling matters. So I'm going to encourage the developers that this is not going to be like a classroom setup. This is going to be a dialogue. It's going to be a discussion. It's going to be a hands-on discussion on how we can come up with great software systems. Which tools do we need to use? I mean, if it's about programming languages, what languages maybe can you apply when it comes to making software? So definitely both developers and users are going to benefit from this our discussion. We are going to really dive into this very important phenomenon based on a very practical way of handling software, in that we are going to look at these tools that we use for software development. That is when it comes now to the developers. What are these tools? Which tool does better than the other? If it's about platform independency, what language can you go for? If it's about environment specification, you want to do a mobile application, you want to do a desktop application, you want to do a web application, which languages really you need really to go into? And once we are going to decide on the language that we are going to go to dive into, we shall look at what are the semantics, the syntax of that language, and how easy is it to come up with a system when you are using such a given language. And for the users, of course, going to know if a developer brings you a system or a software developed using a given tool, what are the challenges, what are the benefits. So that is exactly the purpose of coming up with this kind of podcast here, is so that you can be able to simplify software engineering in a manner that is going to make all of us, whether you have the right skills, whether you have the right knowledge, whether you are in IT or not, how can you be able to understand software development or software delivery for that matter without of ease, without really struggling, if you have maybe little to intermediate knowledge on matters software. So welcome guys, and always remember to subscribe to our channel. That is the only way you shall contribute to this very important course of action, which is going to really help us, because remember, software is as per the current world, you can never avoid software. Software is used everywhere. Software is applied across all working environments. There is nowhere you can go currently and not find a software. So understanding matters software is very important. Very, very important. So guys, these are very good, these are very, a very good way of handling matters. This is the right course to take. This is the right channel to follow so that you can be able to understand exactly what we mean by software and the jargon surrounding software. Thank you so much and welcome.